Hey, Product Boss, welcome to a special bonus series of the Product Boss podcast. Are you hunting for a quick cash injection or a strategy tweak that can boost your weekend's revenues? Well, my friend, you are in luck. We're going to be giving you quick, actionable money moves sent straight to your podcast feed. These methods are tried and tested. We challenge you to implement them this weekend and see the magic for yourself. Remember, action takers are the money makers. And not only that, but we want to hear from you. Reach out to us on Instagram at The Product Boss and let us know what kind of results you saw. So, ready to monetize your weekends? Let's dive in. Hey, Product Boss, it's Jacqueline here from The Product Boss, and I am back with another money-making tip for this week. Now, I'm going to switch things up a little. We have been talking a lot about how can you make more money by offering things like blind bags, flash sales, product demonstrations. But today, I want to kind of dig into the other side. How can we save money? Because, there's that saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. So a lot of times we think about how can I sell more? How can I sell more? But what about what you're already selling? And how can we actually save? Now, I love the responses that we're getting from the messages, right? Because we've asked you every week, send us an email, let us know, send us a DM. So I got this message. I'm just going to shout out Ethan. And Ethan said, y'all, it worked in 2 hours. Okay. Now he did this off of the blind bag promotion. I'm just reading from my phone. And he says, y'all, it worked in 2 hours. I put together a couple little graphics, put it on the website and posted it to social media. Just a Facebook page, Facebook stories, Snapchat, and personal pages at 7:30 a.m. My first sale came in 2 hours and I got one off of Snapchat just now. I'm going to post to Instagram just before noon and I have scheduled an email to go out to my 100 subscribers in 10 minutes. One of the sales came off that, okay? 100 subscribers, not that many, but made a sale. That's huge. And then Ethan said, I wasn't really expecting it to work. I figured that my price point would be too high. I tried it anyways because I had some vanilla candles that just are not moving, but we've got 2 of them gone so far. Thank you for posting this tip. Your podcast is full of value bombs. One last thing, y'all mentioned in a recent podcast that the product-based businesses can 2 to 3x their first 3 quarters of the year in Q4. And that really gave me much needed hope this morning. I just want to say thank you one last time for putting out all this helpful information for free. I'll be getting into multi-stream machine as soon as I can. Now I'm off and then said, let's light this candle. Okay. Amazing, Ethan. So proud of you. This is from ED Kaler Company. All right. Congratulations. Okay. So let's jump in. And again, send us the messages. Love to see them. So we're going to jump into today talking about penny saved is a penny earned. And we're going to talk about eliminating excess packaging, excess items in your packaging. And now, because we're going into a very busy season, or we're in this busy season, what I want you to know is that packaging will play a vital role in how a product is perceived. We get it. However, there is this need, both financially and environmentally, to reevaluate the way we package things. And today I want to quickly dive into why and how to eliminate excessive packaging so that you can have healthier profit margins, right? Because we need to keep more money in your pocket and potentially a happier planet. All right. So let's talk about the impact of excessive packaging. Now, there's 2 things, right? There's 2 main pitfalls. One, economically. It will inflate the cost if you're pricing correctly. And I know our multi-stream machine students know how to price. This is built into the program. But what happens is it inflates your costs. And so many of you I know want to pay yourself more. Okay. Our $100,000 businesses, multi-6-figure businesses. I know a lot of you out there that are listening are probably not even paying yourself what you should be making because we're spending money in all these other places. And one of them is packaging. So not only are you paying for the extra materials, but there's also extra shipping fees, right? Sometimes with extra weight or volume or you ordering that, right? There's just so much money disappearing from your pocket because it's extra stuff. This money-making episode is brought to you by HubSpot. With Sales Hub, closing deals is no big deal. Try it for yourself at hubspot.com/sales. All right, let's jump into the episode. The second thing, we can go back to environmentally, right? It does contribute to waste. And this is not great for the planet. And I want you to all think about yourself as consumers and all the junk that you get sent in boxes that you toss. I know when I was a part of a subscription box thing, they always sent cards and mailers of like promotional products, like get this free meal delivery kit and get this and get that. I chucked them all because I never took action on them. So we're hurting the planet and people have spent good money on it, but I'm not using it. Okay. So I just want you to think about your own consumer behavior. Then to begin to change or think about this, and this is what I want you to do this week, to think about it, and you can start to implement it this weekend and moving into the next week, is thinking, let's look at the packaging. Let's look at what we put inside. And I want you to list all of the elements that you are putting into your products, right? I know my Etsy sellers out there like to put in thank you cards and handwritten notes and wrap things in pretty bows and wrap them in paper and all the things. I have a student that would always send candy in the box with apparel, right? And they're a $2 million company. They're one of, they're like a masterminder, $2 million company. And there's just this element of like, do we need to send that? Is it actually necessary the size of business you are now? So I want you to ask yourself when you're looking at your packaging and all the things you throw in, is this purely aesthetic? And is this functional or necessary for the product or the product safety? For example, I love, if you're going to send something, it's being wrapped in plastic, because if like the box got damaged or there was water, it would be for the product safety, right? Or packaging to keep a mug in, it's for the product safety. But I had another student, and if you're watching, I love you and you know this, but she would have blankets manufactured in China that were wrapped and packaged perfectly that she could just pick it up and ship it to her customers. Instead, she was unwrapping everything that China did on her product and hand wrapping it. Her time was being wasted, especially when you're a six-figure, multi-six-figure business owner that is the bottleneck of your business. Like, we got to move things along, right? You do not need to be unwrapping and rewrapping. You just need to be selling and thinking about the vision for your business and finding all the ways to increase your optimization. Okay. So I just want you to think about that. Okay. So let's talk about the 3 ways that you can reduce, right? There's 3 pillars of reduction to your packaging. 1, you can simplify your design. So less is more. I want you to opt for designs that use fewer materials, but remain functional. Another thing is you can think about the material selection, right? Nothing heavy. Is this lightweight? Is it recyclable? Is it biodegradable? Materials are your friends. And we can think, I remember in fashion, we would do hang tags that you could plant and there were seeds inside. And so it kind of just like made us feel better that, it was biodegradable. So I want you to think about that and minimize void fill. So I want you to analyze your product to package ratio. And is there more air than product? It's time to change. Also, none of the shipping companies want your stuff bopping around in a box. So you may need to reduce the size of the box that you're shipping stuff in or put it in a mailing package. Okay. Next up is efficient packaging methods. Okay. So we want to look into things like modular packaging, right? Adaptable to different products, or flat pack design, right? Can you save space during shipping? And can you eliminate double boxing unless it's necessary? So just things like that. So I want you to keep your customers in the loop if it's necessary for you to share the reasons for your change, okay? So if you're going to change things and you have enough customers that care or would notice, you could say, hey, we're making these changes for environmental reasons, right? We're really like less is better. Now, if you can pass the savings to them, even better. But for a lot of you, I want you to keep the money in your pocket, because I think a lot of you are probably not pricing correctly. And I would rather you keep that money to reinvest into the company or to even pay yourself. I know. Because again, my multi-6 figures, a lot of you aren't paying yourself the things that you should be paid. And those of you that are under 6 figures or you're just starting out, yeah, you're not getting paid. You're paying the business to keep going. All right. We want to reduce those expenses. So by reducing packaging, you will save money, but you may also improve your brand image, right? You might become more eco-conscious for people. You might not have all the junk that just annoys them and makes your customers feel bad because they have to throw it away. And it's going to also help you become better at your systems and your efficiencies, because there'll be easier storage for stuff. You won't have so much stuff around the house. Like we've talked about how much money is probably sitting in your studio or your workspace, your office of just stuff, right? And it also might help you with your shipping costs. So while I know attractive packaging or excess things like candy and extra bows and wrapping paper and cards and all this other stuff is fun and you think it's setting you apart, the question is does your customer really care, or does your customer just want a really great product with great customer service? And sometimes you're spending more than it's worth. So when you cut down, not only are you going to boost your margins, but you're also going to take a positive step towards the environment. All right. So it's time to pack smart and to save. So if this tip was helpful, let me know. Reply to this email, send us a message on Instagram, whatever it is, let us know. Okay. I hope that this is helpful. And every week we're going to give you more money saving and money making tips. All right, my friends, I'll see you next week. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends, and remember, there is room at the top for all of us.